Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. So first of all, yesterday, I uploaded a video about Paul George. I didn't really explain my thoughts because, again, I found out when I was about to go to bed. It was like 11:30 when I found out about this trade. So I made a quick little video just informing people that he got traded, what I thought about it briefly. But obviously the title of this video is making people curious. So we're going to get to that in a second. But first, I just want to address my thoughts on the Paul George trade. Now, if you guys don't follow them on Twitter, Oklahoma City Thunder, I don't pay attention to social media besides YouTube, but I found this out via Google. I just type in players' names to see new news on them or whatever. So, the Oklahoma City Thunder Police Department tweeted out, "We're investigating the robbery and theft that has been reported by the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we will do some further investigations." And they did another tweet that said, "It is indeed a robbery." They're making fun of them stealing Paul George from the Indiana Pacers. But my thing is there's no guarantee Paul George is going to stay with the Oklahoma City Thunder. There's no guarantee he's staying with them. I mean, it's like they're renting him for a season because he's expressed that he wants to go to the Lakers. But at the same time, there's possibility for Russell Westbrook to go to the Lakers down the line as well. So who knows what's going to happen with that. Now, does this make the Thunder a top team in the league? No, not even close. Okay, they still need better role players. Russell Westbrook has the experience. He's been to the NBA Finals before. He's been to the conference finals. He's blew a 3-1 lead in the conference finals. Paul George has been to the conference finals against LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, some of the best players of all time. Him and Russell Westbrook last 2 seasons ago, him and Kevin Durant blew a 3-1 lead against one of the greatest teams of all time with one of the greatest players of all time, Stephen Curry. So they have the experience to go deep in the playoffs. But I don't think their team is good enough to compete with the Rockets, the Spurs, or obviously the Golden State Warriors. But that's the point of this video. Is every single damn team, they don't care about LeBron James anymore. This is how crazy the NBA has just become. They do not care about LeBron James anymore. They don't. They're no longer building around defeating LeBron. They are now building around defeating this powerhouse in the Bay Area, in the Oracle Arena, known as the Golden State Warriors, with 2 NBA superstars, the second and third best player in the world, obviously behind LeBron James. It's LeBron, Kevin Durant, then Stephen Curry. And then you also have 2 All-Stars and Klay Thompson, one of the best spot-up shooters in the NBA, a really good two-way player, one of the best at that. You have Draymond Green, who's one of the best all-around players in the NBA, just won Defensive Player of the Year. The Golden State Warriors just annihilated. The Golden State Warriors just annihilated the entire NBA, went 16-1. I believe they're the first team since 2001 to do that. Obviously the 2001 Shaq Kobe Lakers. And it's all started. People are gonna say LeBron started this or Kevin Durant started this, but really, you want to know who really started this? It was Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry caused all of this to occur. I was cruising around this morning. I was riding around in my car's low. Let me stop. Y'all don't know that song. Anyway, I was cruising around and I was thinking, like, what is going on? Chris Paul on the Rockets, Paul George on the Thunder, Gordon Hayward's probably gonna be in Boston, Carmelo Anthony's most likely going to Cleveland. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, what caused this? And it's not the whole super team aspect, because super teams have been around since the beginning of the NBA. You have Bill Russell and the Celtics, okay? You have Kareem Magic, okay, and James Worthy with the Lakers. You have Kevin McHale, Larry Bird with the Boston Celtics. You had Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars with the Bad Boy Pistons. You had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman with the Chicago Bulls. You had Kobe and Shaq, and then you also had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Even the Pistons that won in 2004, they had 5 All-Stars on the starting lineup: Richard Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace, and Ben Wallace. I mean, every single team that wins the championship, for the most part, besides Dallas in 2011, because LeBron choked, besides Dallas, are NBA super teams. And it's ridiculous when you really think about it. So it's not the super team aspect. It's not that. Okay? It's not. it's because the super teams have always been around, so there had to be something in between that caused all of these trades that is causing the league to shake up. And it started all the way back in the beginning of the 2014-2015 NBA season. The Golden State Warriors went, I believe they went 67-15 that year. They won an NBA championship. They go 73-9, and this is without Kevin Durant. Stephen Curry has one of the greatest seasons in NBA history, so great that he's breaking his own records. He's breaking his own records that he broke the previous season. He wins unanimous MVP. He leads his team to the best record in NBA history, a 73-9 record. Okay, they embarrass Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook by coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the Western Conference Finals. Embarrassed them so much that Kevin Durant said, look, we just blew a 3-1 lead. This team's only going to get better. So I got to join him. I have to join Stephen Curry. But let's rewind a little bit more. Before the 2014-15 NBA season, all the way up until the 2013-14 season, that was the end. That is where I draw a line and say that was the end of an era. Not in terms of, star players. No. In terms of the way the game is played. That was the end of an era. Dwight Howard's become obsolete. The big man, if you can't shoot, if you can't dribble, you're obsolete. If you can't spread the floor, you're obsolete. You need a jump shot to succeed in today's game. And it started because of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Primarily Stephen Curry, though. It all started because this 6'3" dude can shoot the lights out like no one else in NBA history. That is how ridiculously good Stephen Curry is. Now, I know a lot of people like to hate on him, whatever, fine. I agree with you. He was never as good as LeBron. But let's be real for a second. He was damn good, and he still is. Okay? So, the point is that Stephen Curry is the one that is causing all of this, not Kevin Durant. People are going to say, oh, well, it's because Kevin Durant decided to change teams and do all this. Okay. But you have to look at why he decided to change teams. He didn't just join the Golden State Warriors for no reason. He joined them because, obviously, they have Stephen Curry. So what I'm trying to say is that Stephen Curry is the root cause of all of this happening. He's the root cause of the Cavaliers trying to get Carmelo Anthony. He's the root cause of Paul George being traded to the Thunder. He's the root cause, well, Paul George was going to leave regardless, but he's the root cause of that. He's the root cause of Chris Paul going to the Rockets. He's the root cause of the Boston Celtics stacking up. Teams are no longer looking to defeat LeBron. Now they're saying, even if we get past LeBron, it ain't even good enough. It's not even good enough anymore to beat LeBron and his team. Because LeBron just got annihilated. Now, LeBron showed up, but his team didn't. But LeBron and company, on the grand scheme of things, got absolutely embarrassed in the 2017 NBA Finals. No one expected them to lose in 5 games. Most people thought 6 or 7. I thought they would win the series. Okay? So now people are looking at it and saying, even if we get past LeBron, it ain't good enough. We have to get past Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry now. But my point is that if Stephen Curry hadn't done what he did, dominance in the 2014-15 season, and then again in the 2015-16 season, none of this would be happening. Now, this is not a negative video on Stephen Curry. I am praising him right now. This is the first video I've ever made, second, sort of, video I've ever made where I'm literally praising Stephen Curry and how good he is at basketball. Because I started this channel around a year ago, and at that time, people were saying Curry was better than LeBron. So I had to put those people in their place saying, no, no, no. So this is really the first video that I'm specifically sitting here and saying, no one is trying to defeat LeBron anymore. That's in the past. Now, people are trying to defeat Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. No one is building around. No one is building a team to defeat LeBron. People are building teams to defeat the Golden State Warriors. And it all started because of a 6'3" sharpshooter named Stephen Curry.